much more. Don't buy some of the other stuff that you're not paying so much attention about. They're usually pretty costly items.
Right.
The prepared, the prepackaged.
Sure, they're doing the work for you.
They're doing the work for you, but you're also paying for that convenience.
Right.
So the cost of buying those types of foods,
but then
in
you
the
got
long
all
run,
the
they cost
preservatives,
more.
the additives,
That's right,
all
and
the other stuff that you really don't want
and they
or
do
need.
cost more than you planning it out, having a plan, doing some research, and feeding your family well. It's really not that much more expensive. You'll get into the expense with your meat, fish, poultry. Okay, but your meat should be grass-fed, your poultry should be free-range, your fish should be wild-caught, not farm-raised. So, and buy those things on sale, and just think ahead on it, so that you start getting an accumulation of what you need. So, okay, and then the other thing I want to say about grass-fed beef, it's extremely high in linolenic acid, which is a natural anti-cancer. So that linolenic acid, conjugated linolenic acid, is in much higher, really high amounts in grass-fed beef. Okay. So that actually makes it good for the cardiovascular system. And look at all the heart disease. But look at all the heart disease and the consumption of beef with the antibiotics. Look at the antibiotic resistance.
True.
That's out there. A lot of people, antibiotics just don't work as good as they used to on them. When you're really, really careful with your diet, we take care of everything with herbs at my house. But you know what? There is a time and a place for medicine.
Right.
And every once in a while, hey, I need to go to a little bit of the white man's medicine. So that just happens. But it's not often. It's extremely rare. It's profoundly rare.
Right.
But hey, when you need them, when I need them, I need them. Right. So.
Yeah, I haven't been one since 2005. But hey, I'm sure once I need one, I might,
Yeah. Okay, so the grass-fed beef, higher in linolenic acid, and it actually, it's an anti-cancer linolenic acid. So, and that occurs naturally in the grass-fed beef or buffalo. Then soda pop. Everybody's favorite out there. Jeez, I pull in to get gas and people run in and they come out with these half-gallon size drinks. And it's whoa, it's just the carbonation, the carbonic acid. It's just all that bubbly through the veins and arteries and your organs is not good. Number one, it's not, and then you have where they are completely, totally loaded with sugar, artificial colors, artificial flavors, caramel coloring. And I talked about, not too long ago on one of the shows, some of the different beverages that have caramel in them.
Right. Pepsi and Coke being the...
Mm-hmm.
But Pepsi was the worst, right?
Yeah, Pepsi was the worst. And Coke actually stopped right before the line on the graph. I mean, it's bad, but
it don't go beyond the line.
It's that grass thing. It's that grass thing,
Right.
It's just a little toxic.
Just a tiny thing.
It's not great big toxic. So, but then in the breakdown of it, it's carcinogenic. So water pops on that, pH scale is about a 4. A 3.5 is death. 2.0 is those energy drinks, though. 2.0, and it's like, the emergency rooms. They're busy daily with 24-hour periods of time.
I had
everybody
to
slamming them babies down.
I had to restrict my daughter in high school from Monster drinks. She was getting to that point where it was out of control. Honestly, we almost had to take her to the hospital. And that's when I was like, no more.
Yeah, the energy drinks are causing a lot of that. But when you look at that pH scale, and there are 2,
and 3.5,
and 3.5 is death, and 6.0 and below is you're brewing something up. 6.0 you're better. You're just, but your body's going there.
Right.
It's easier to start immediately and get a handle on it. The alkaline water is it's just one of the fastest ways to bring your pH up, and disease and bacteria does not, viruses do not thrive in an environment of 7.5 or above. But the other thing that's really, really important is you need to be at 7.0 to 7.5 to uptake any of the nutrition and supplements that you take, and to get any of the nutrient value out of the foods that you're eating. So it is really very, very important to know what your pH is. So, the carbonic acid, which is what causes the bubbles in the pops, is really, really bad as it goes throughout the system and into the organs. So, commercial purified water, average 5.5 on the pH scale, which is not good. So, not only these other things that are too acidic to really build any health in your body, and actually works against you when you consume too much of it. But back to the pop, the amount of sugar, all of the artificial things that are put in that, its chemical equation breakdown into your body has things that are carcinogenic as well. So I want to go to a couple of the ballot issues that are that people are going to be voting on. That everyone if your state has something on the ballot for labeling of the GMO foods. A lot of propaganda that's going on right now is with the commercials, and hey, a lot of people think, if they're going to spend all those millions on that commercial, they're telling you the truth. Why would they want to? Why would they waste your time and lie to you and spend all that money? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's they'll spend the money in mine.
Right.
And we know that. I mean, come on, we all know that. It's an election time. And so election year. The baloney starts early, and it's real deep right now.
Right.
Because we're just right around the corner. So, California has Proposition 37. Colorado has, California's is Proposition 37, and Colorado's is Proposition 105. And so, Oregon had one, and the thing is that the citizens of Oregon voted against it, and so that was just something with their legislation and a vote to the people. So I guess it didn't end up. It didn't end up on their ballot because
Must not have got enough signatures, or what?
No, I think that they voted it down.
Okay.
They voted it down where Colorado, it became part of
The ballot,
part of the ballot initiatives that were, that were cast for everybody to vote on, I just want to say, I really hope that everybody is registered to vote, and that you do get out there and vote, because it is important. You need a lot of people that don't want to do it. They say, forget it, it doesn't matter. But, my opinion is, and really it's just my opinion, is that if you don't vote, I don't want to hear you complain.
Right. Well, that's the way it should be.
You lose the ability to, gripe about, how things went.
Exactly. Exactly.
So this Proposition 37 with California, and there's 20 states. There's 20 states that are going to have on the ballot to cast your vote for GMO labeling or not to. So in Colorado, Proposition 105, you want to vote yes. Not what the commercials are saying, and not with the people that are involved with GMO. So, the thing here that was really such a eye-opener here was the manufacturers, that a lot of them out there that you would never, ever believe that they would support and pour all this money into the campaign against GMO labeling. And a lot of them are really well known. These are like natural products that are owned by corporations.
Okay.
So behind a lot of corporations that, have lots and lots of shelf space in the grocery stores that are full of sugar and flavorings and GMO grains. So a lot of those companies, they own a lot of, there's a good handful of ones that you find on the natural foods aisle, you find in the health food stores. And it was really amazing. So one of them, to start out, and it's just terrible because their products were just so wonderful for so many years. Of course, until they sold out. And that's Burt's Bees. Bert, can you believe what they're doing? I'm sure he cannot. So love the product, used it for years, sold it in my health food store.
Okay.
Introduced Burt's Bees to the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri when I had my Osage Organics health food store. They weren't really interested in that. And, but Burt's Bees, they're now owned by Johnson & Johnson. And when Johnson & Johnson bought them, that's when I quit purchasing them.
Okay.
But luckily I have this wonderful friend in western Nebraska, Laura, and Double L Goat Dairy. Double L Countries. Laura's, there we go. I don't have it written down anywhere. Okay. Laura's Double L Country Store. .com. And she has all kinds of stuff she makes from her goat herd, and you can literally eat her products. Laura Welchel. So okay, so we've got here on this list of people here, companies, Burt's Bees, Wolfgang Puck.
Really?
Yeah, you see a lot of his stuff on the shelves.
Right?
I've never bought it.
No, I never
all in a
either,
can.
but I mean, he's a huge name.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't buy it because it's in a can.